Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome YouTube, I hope you're doing fantastic. Today we're going to play some Ekko gameplay. This is around Platinum ELO. I'm going to give you, as every single time, a free coaching session here once again. If you're watching this, I'm currently probably chilling with my family. Oh, hello. That's one of the reasons I cover all the time. Gonna chill. Gonna use my I think using my Q was a mistake because now they know which abilities I skilled. But if you know me, I usually start chickens, Crux, wrap buff with Ekko. Would also recommend it to do for you. You can put a ward if you're scared. Like, I'm actually gonna put a ward because I'm a little bit scared. Raves goes for a sneaky late invade, and then I'm gonna reset, get sweeper, and probably then start chickens. I wanna path to bot side, but that's not the main reason. My goal is to start chickens nonetheless because I wanna have a respawn timer on chickens as well with Crux because they just give the most XP and gold. And then path all the way to bot lane. Okay, so when you're watching this, I am probably chilling with my family. I'm taking, I think, 4 days off in total. But there's YouTube videos right now, as you can see. But from streaming and from coaching and just visiting my family. If you're really important, I would also recommend you to do this as much as you can because that's really important. Okay, I'm gonna start chickens. Always attack 2 small ones. You see those 2 small ones I attacked once? They are dying from the burn. And then we attack the big one. And as you can see, if you rewatch it again, exactly the way I play it is the fastest to clear all of those. We Q while pressing W. Oh, my Q only hit the Crux once, so that's not optimal. We don't need to attack the small Crux here. That's totally fine. I'm gonna use my Q auto. We're not looking for top lane gank right now. It doesn't really matter. We can Q this one more time. We could have also not Q'd this. I think it would be... like, it's probably more optional to not Q it and just wait 1 second and let it die from the jungle burn. Because then I have Q for my red buff. Probably a little bit faster. Okay, we see Graves here. He did have red buff. He has 7 CS. So that means he missed 1 small Crux, probably. He paths top side. We could like consider an invade. But Graves is way stronger than Ekko on an invade, so I don't need this. Again, we don't hit the small ones, we only hit the big one. This is for sure the most accurate, the smartest. Keep walking, and now auto-attack E backwards. Play it exactly the way I play it. Like, I've been practicing this for a very long period of time. I've been playing League for a very long time. I've been challengers in 7 years. You can literally just have the option to copy-paste as much as you can. You see here, for example, I Q the blue buff. Then W this way. My Q hits the grump. And then I get instantly my passive proc with the stun on the blue buff. I don't think it's the fastest way. I think you can play it maybe a tiny bit faster. But this is the way how you play it. And you're very comfortable with this. But then Scuttle spawns. Like with Ekko, you're just not that quick early on. But you're scaling so well and you're getting so fast. It's insane. I'm considering a bot lane play. Most likely I'm gonna go for... I probably don't see anything. So what are we gonna do? We're just gonna path through mid lane and go back to my chickens. Because they were the first one I cleared. Then I take chickens into Crux. And keep in mind, this is now a Platinum ELO. If you consistently play correct... climbing will be extremely easy. Okay, that sounds very hard to say, but look at this. Look at my CS difference. Look what I did this game so far. I did absolutely nothing. And there are people that are struggling in gold. There are people that struggle in emerald. And it will always be the same. And it's actually very easy to get out of this. Like, all you have to do, like, look how I cleared. Go on the practice tool. Practice it with other champions as well. And then play it. I believe in you guys. You're playing monster versus, like champion versus monster. It's not rocket science how to clear those camps, right? Top lane seems to be fine. I'm just gonna attack this one more time. They're all gonna die from the burn. I'm gonna E and use my Q. Then I'm gonna reset. Have a perfect reset. Top lane looks okay. Mid lane looks okay. Bot lane looks okay. I'm gonna get Dark Seal first. And then I'm gonna probably buy a Blasting Wand. Totally fine. As well, like I hear a lot of people also complain that in lower elo the game is way more Fiesta-like. And when I play, it's way more chill. I'm gonna just tell you that you are the reason the game gets so Fiesta-like. In most games, there should spawn any second. Nice. In most games, the game is actually pretty calm, but because of your reaction, it gets stressful, I would just say. because you're trying to do something which you don't need to. You're trying to go for a sneaky invade or something like that. Here, I'm just gonna try to follow my team. They ended up dying. He's still going to go for Crux. Maybe I can sneak the enemy chickens here. My Grump is also up. There's a chance. I'm just gonna start those chickens. He's on Crux right now. My goal is to finish them ASAP. He's on his way towards his chickens. I did see Nami, I did see Lux. I wasn't scared of getting invaded, like getting caught here. I also have Flash. I'm very safe. I'm gonna go for my Grump next. And then we can probably consider to go topside, pressure, insta-use my Q. Thanks a lot for the leash. I'm gonna save my Smite here, because Grace could be potentially invading me. But we do have good vision here as well. Could go over the wall, but yeah, I don't think so. Okay, now I'm gonna path through mid lane again. Maybe gank mid lane. Okay, bot skull is gonna spawn, so I'm probably gonna go for top bot skull as well. I do have my W very soon. Without W, I can't gank very well. Gonna auto on this. So that means if bot skull is up, that top skull is gonna be down. He could take the grubbies right now. I also think that Graves did path to top side. We didn't see him, so I'm just gonna start doing the dragon right now. I'm gonna use my W. I'm not gonna skill my ult. The way how you play it, guys, is you're not gonna skill your ult until you need it. Because right now, the enemies do not see the ghost, basically. They don't see the ult form. The ghost Ekko they don't see. And because I don't see it, looks like my ult is on cooldown. And they also don't know where I have been. The moment I skill it, and they will see where I was. Like, I'll actually skill it right now so you can see it, okay? You see there's no Ekko nearby. And if I ult and then insta-ult, I will be here, you know? Where my ghost is. So you basically do... I'm not gonna invade here because I saw Ekko Graves topside. I also have ult and flash, so I'm very safe. I did see the red buff is gonna spawn. I don't have smite. So if I didn't skill my ult, it would have been better. Because now the enemies, if they vision on me, of course, they always see where I have been the previous time. That's not the most optimal, I would just say. Okay, now I'm gonna reset. If he takes my topside camps, it doesn't really matter. My reset is pretty decent. I can buy recurve bow, amplifying tome. That's 400, 650, 400, 700. Probably recurve bow is the smartest. It's just basic math, right? If you got a full item, it's usually better. Okay, you can utilize this pretty decently. Now we're gonna take Crux. If he did my chickens and my red buff in a very unlikely scenario, I don't think he did. Also in your games, I don't think he does it. And even if he does, you're fine. Look at the CS difference already. By the way, the reason why I'm farming so much with the Ekko is because it's just legitimately my win condition. I am outscaling almost everybody. My goal is to have Nash's Tooth into Rabadons, which is the build path I'm gonna go. You can also see my runes here. Oh, he did actually take my red buff. And with being scaled, like actually perfect example, he did take everything here. I'm just gonna walk to my wolves. It's so defined. His chickens are up. I could take wolves, Grump, blue buff. Absolutely beautiful Q and E and W. I clear everything here. Absolutely perfect. Okay, and then when I have my items, my Rabadons, my Nash's Tooth, I'm such in the same position. There's legit nothing that could happen to me. I feel very comfortable like that. It's actually a beautiful... And I also want the game to be pretty chill. I mean, look at my team. The only lane I can possibly gank is top lane. And it's just that Fate's stun. Mid lane doesn't have stun. Bot lane doesn't really have good stuns. Vex is not level 6. So it's totally fine to just chill and relax. Like here, I cannot gank bot lane. We see Lux is in Fog of War. So there's also a chance he cheeses in this bush right now. I'm going to use my control word here instantly. See if Graves is inside there. I think I need to be a little bit respectful the way I invade his chickens right now. I'm just going to sweep her and walk up. As we can see, there's a ward. Was expecting that because we saw Lux on the minimap. Always have one eye on the minimap. For example, I also saw that Nami just disappeared on bot lane, so there's a chance she roams. So I need to have some sort of respect. I do feel very comfortable in my position, so I'm still gonna go for the invade, but that's something we need to respect, of course. You see, Nami is still missing. I'm gonna go for Crux here. Nafari is also gonna come. I also think they're up because I do believe Grace is topside, so I'm not now gonna danger ping that Grace is topside. Keep danger pinging it, keep danger pinging it. We're just gonna clear this. See if we find a play. Most likely not gonna happen. Okay, Vex wants to go for an engage. Then I'm just gonna walk deeper because she takes the tower aggro. I do not like this, but I'm just gonna see what happens. I'm gonna tank tower aggro and just ult out here. Absolutely fine. Gonna sweep her here, give this to Vex so I get the extra gold. And then insta reset. I have Nash's Tooth. Absolutely perfect. So as you can see, like, you don't need to force these dives. You don't need to go for it. If Vex didn't hold, I would have just respected, not even went for it. There's a chance we die. There was a chance that Graves comes from behind. And I just respect this. I also assume that Graves is gonna be somewhere here. Top side probably takes my chickens, which is also totally fine. I see Grubbies spawning soon. I probably want to take Grubbies and Dragon just because I'm stronger. Exactly what I said. So jungle tracking as well. Very easy to read. Just gonna walk towards them. Maybe I find a counter gank. Really good disengage from Twisted Fate. Now do I find a catch on the Graves? Maybe he keeps pushing towards. Maybe I find a catch on the set here. Gonna W like this. Yeah, and there we found it. Already a catch. I'm gonna take the wave here, so I let the Twisted Fate reset. I also don't want the enemies to see that the Twisted Fate is resetting on the spots. I'm just gonna go for that. Actually, I'm gonna push further and go for Grubbies. Like here, a lot of top laners would complain if you take the wave. Yeah, as you can see here. But taking this wave is totally fine because Set is still dead and he needs to TP to stop this wave. If he doesn't TP, he loses the entire wave as well. I get the same pressure. He does actually TP. And now... Okay, this guy's actually... Okay, now what do we learn from that? You don't need to take the wave here, but just macro-wise speaking, it's pretty huge to take the wave because we're getting insane tempo. Like also the Twisted Fate helping us here just makes us way faster. We can still go for a top lane gank if we want to, and it's just more efficient. That's what I would say. You could have also taken your Crux and waited until Twisted Fate is back in position, of course. Okay, we're gonna check if we find a top lane gank. I have to have some sort of respect. I'm just gonna walk this way. I hope I don't get stunned. Need to respect his stun. I'm just gonna walk away. Now I'm gonna give everything to him. I also gonna leave this because that is again dead for 20 seconds. Now he has no TP. So Twisted Fate does not need any help to push out. Very important wave management. I explain all those fundamentals very detailedly on how to play them, how to utilize that in my fundamental jungle course, which is in the description. You can check out the website, see all the fundamentals. For example, wave management, perfectly explained, and then you know when you have to push out a wave, when not. I also explain when you should go for a gank, when you should go for camps on certain champion-specific strengths or weakness, how many champions you should be playing, when you play for a win condition, how to play with your power spikes. All those things are explained there. Okay, and in those videos, like on the YouTube videos here, my goal is to just you see practical gameplay a lot, and you can actually utilize the course even further, I would say. Like here, my smite was a little bit risky, but I wanted to hit it this way, so my auto attack does kill the dragon 100%, but of course, smiting later is just better, because there is just a chance the Graves will be stealing it, and that was a little bit too risky. Okay, here, very interesting scenario as well. Now look at my bot lane. Every lane is actually pretty fine. That's a decent game, I would say. I mean, I do have some... Like, I would sum it up this way. If I play from, let's say, Iron until Challenger, 90%... Sorry, by the way, for the background sound. 90% of the games, I am chill. Like 90%, like actually no, that's not that. Let's say 80% of the games, I actually do nothing like here. I'm just farming, use my fundamentals. With basic fundamentals, I just auto-win every single game I play. In 10% of the games, my insane mechanics actually matter, and I just need to play it well, and it's very risky. And then the other 10%, I also automatically lose the game. And what I want to teach you guys is that it is totally fine losing games. It's totally fine to misplay mechanically. And if you are saying that you have 50% of those games are flip and you can't win it easily, then you're doing something wrong. That's just how it is. You're doing some things wrong, and you can improve on that. And my recommendation is that you learn the fundamentals properly. Even if you think you know them, you need to learn them better. You need to defend this tower. Actually, I will do. I'm gonna finish this blue buff, another fundamental. First finishing your camps and then going for a play. And then I'm gonna just walk closer, use my sweeper. Okay, I did put a ward. I'm just gonna still walk closer. Very good at Dami bubble, actually. Doesn't matter. Now we're gonna get first blood tower bot lane. Herald is also in a little bit risk, but it's totally fine. I think going bot lane wasn't even necessary. Maybe I wasted some time myself. So I recommend to learn the fundamentals. Okay, they actually need help. Very interesting situation to be in. I think I'm just gonna get first blood tower myself. We do see Graves bot lane, so I'm not that scared of us losing Herald. I think that's totally fine. Oh, it's Vex who died. I thought it's Ezreal. If it's Ezreal that dies, I would take all the wave and get the tower now. But because it is Ezreal, I'm actually not gonna do so. I'm gonna use my E here, my W here. I'm not scared of dying. I'm in a totally fine position. I'm not scared of anything here because I know I have ult, I know I have flash, I know the way I play is very consistent, and that's exactly how you can play too. Like the way this is very simple. In a simple way, you're just gonna take whatever you can take. I'm gonna W this way here, E over the wall. Maybe Graves is still here. Gonna check the bush, could be there as well. I have my E in 5 seconds. I don't want to get first blood tower here. We already got first blood tower top lane. Twisted Fate comes with ult very close. I think I'm just gonna kill the Nami here. I do have ult, so I'm just gonna tank it a little bit here. Should have tanked a little bit later, actually, when I'm very honest. Okay, my Q also connected twice. Absolutely amazing. And there we go. Like exactly like I expected it. Graves will be topside, pathing to topside because he did everything he had to do bot lane. But also keep in mind you didn't need to go that deep. You didn't need to go that aggressive. It's totally fine. I do want to reset when I have Rabadons. I'm just gonna path through mid lane because maybe I need to be defending top lane here. Twisted Fate doesn't keep pushing, so I will be the one that keeps pushing. Lux is also dead. I do think I'm gonna get the full tower. Do not have to have some sort of respect right now because I don't have ult. Will be aware of that. And now I think I'm just gonna take the wave here again. You have an Afari that's probably gonna complain, but that's totally fine. We see Set behind me, but I'm just gonna finish the entire wave. I'm not scared of anything that could be happening. As you guys can see, because I have my flash, because I'm so strong already, I am allowed to play in a certain way. And the goal how you should face it is that you're getting so far ahead that you are allowed to play aggressively, that you're allowed to play the way you want to play, and with that you have all the possibilities in the world. Like now we have full control over all 3 lanes, and I'm just gonna show you as well how to continue playing with that. Okay, gonna use my Q here, everything perfectly. I think I'm gonna insta reset actually. Yeah, I'm gonna insta reset probably because I have Rabadons perfectly and another control ward. Amazing. Okay, I hope the Ziggs dies it and the dragon should be free. Okay, dragon spawns in 30 seconds, so in this time I have time for chickens into bot scuttle into dragon. We also want to get mid lane prio please. That's all we care about, and then the game should be also very easy to go further. Always try to cancel your E animation with an ability like with Q. Okay, Ezreal is not getting mid lane prio. He should be getting mid lane prio, so I will be the one getting mid lane prio. It's very important to push the wave first before going for play. Because with now this minion wave being pushed, enemies have no option to counter push the tower. They also have we have minions that are vision for us because we see where the enemies are. We see Lux. Lux doesn't see us. And now the enemies are too late with pushing because we're already finished with the dragon by the time the next wave arrives. So that's very important why ADCs, mid laners should always be getting prio mid lane. In this situation, I just got it because Ezreal didn't know about it, but because you know the fundamentals well. Oh, you should not have used my Q. Because you know the fundamentals well, you can just use it in your games, and as you can see how easy the game goes just because you have mid lane pushed. In your games, maybe the enemies would have gotten the mid lane tower from yours, and that's just not what we want them to get. Okay, we get mid lane prio again. We can consider a play mid lane right now. You see they're trying to get some vision, or control still stands well here. Did most likely put a ward in the bush here. I'm just gonna walk deeper. Just gonna trade a little bit HP. We still have ult. I don't see that much. We're getting more gold per second than the enemies right now. So I think I'm just gonna go enemy wolves that are gonna spawn. We get mid lane prio. I'm also covering my Ezreal, which is one of my win conditions we're gonna play through. You see this top lane wave, for example, also very interesting to touch. I'm just gonna consume this as well here. Enemy Grump is about to spawn very soonish. Now we consider if we can push through. Graves is dead. Set is that we see Lux mid lane, so I'm not scared of taking any further push. We also see the next minion wave coming, so I'm gonna try to consume this as well, which is about to come. You can see this game as like a race. You need to consume as many resources as you possibly can get, right? Okay, I'm gonna consume this as well. Gonna Q to slow them. Now I'm gonna also take the Grump here. Gonna find a reset again. We have now our boots finished perfectly. What are we gonna buy after boots? Let me think. Probably just gonna go for a Zhonya's. Because with Zhonya's here is not needed. You can also go Shadow Flame, Lich Bane. That I personally don't like Lich Bane too much. I think it's too much. I personally like Shadow Flame, which is raw damage for your passive. But I mean, anything is pretty viable. I do personally like Zhonya's because it just gives you the survivability tool that you need. Here, do not go for Baron. That's a mistake. If you wanted to go Baron, that's a mistake. You see, my Nafari already pinging Baron. That's a mistake. You first consume more gold per second than enemies consume. You see what we get here? Listen very closely. This is important. This is not a small thing. We're getting more gold per second than enemies get gold per second. We are not in the position in need of flipping the Baron. You see? We're getting a better position slowly and surely. We don't need to go for Baron. First, we want to kill the Graves here, for example, and then we can go for Baron. You see? You see? The opportunities will arise. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as... By the way, that's exactly the same. First get mid lane prio, and then we're gonna get Baron. Ezreal knows, because it's Platinum Emerald. It's not low elo, it's pretty high elo already. Okay, so... Keep in mind... When you go for ganks, and you're like, but I need to do something, I need to get a gank off and something, you actually don't. Opportunities will arise. That's a big lesson I want to teach you guys. You will get your chances. I'm gonna insta reset and then ult backwards, I think. And in this position, I mean, this is way too free of a game to just buy all of this. When do I have my... I'm too late already. Let me see. I just want to buy Zhonya's actually. Armguard Zika's a little bit too expensive. Okay, then let's buy something we can afford. Like this is just gonna go for... no, I think I should still go Zhonya's, especially when I go Magi's. But it's fine, like this is also totally fine. It just gives me a little bit of smaller spike. Okay, here now we're gonna play 2 lanes. That means top lane and mid lane. We're not gonna play bot lane. I'm just gonna path top lane because I'm like a grandmaster chess player. I'm not grandmaster in chess. I'm a very good chess player, but I would play it as a grandmaster chess player would play it. We don't give the enemies counter options. A good grandmaster player is gonna play in a way where he doesn't give you any options. I actually am almost dying. This is insane. That's the reason, by the way, why I go Zhonya's. Because Zhonya's makes it then so extremely easy. You know. Okay, now we have as well 11 CS per minute. Absolutely beautiful. Not really hard. While I explain the things I do, as you can see, you can do the exact same. We're getting 2 lanes prio. And with that, we're then getting the inhibitors. We are even considering right now to go for Dragon because it's soul point. It's soul. Which is pretty decent. I'm also gonna wait for the next wave to spawn here. Gonna take this as well. Alright. And yeah, like, look at, like, the thing is, the reason why I'm able to get so much CS is because I'm getting more gold per second than enemies get gold per second. Like, keep that in mind. Even if the enemies outscale you, you have time because you're scaling faster than enemies do. This is a little bit too risky. Need to run out of here. ASAP. Because I don't have ult, I can't risk it that much. Like, I never want to play in a way where I do risk too much. I'm actually gonna reset and instantly ult backwards, get the wave, get the push. Here, and Sinerias. Boom. Gonna get the push here in. I don't have ult, but I have ult pretty soonish. I'm totally... Wow, my damage is crazy. My team already gets the dragon. Like, I could also go towards dragon, but it's not needed. Like, we have way too much control and pressure over the situations here. Gonna get the scuttle here as well. Be dead. Nice. I'm now gonna get the next top lane pressure. You see, I'm consuming way more. I'm level 17. I'm 5 levels ahead of the enemy jungler. And I show so many YouTube videos. You can watch all my YouTube videos. It's always gonna be almost the same. We see Seth trying to take the top lane wave. I'm just gonna consume this. Don't greed too much. I'm just gonna walk away now. Unless she's walking a little bit too deep. Like, that is just because I'm so far ahead of the game, right? And that's only because I'm getting more gold per second than enemies. And now think about you in the enemy perspective for 1 second. What can you do to avoid this? Tell me. What can you do to avoid this? Like, there is nothing you can do. 270 CS minute 20. Nothing the enemies can do. Because you're playing it smart. You're playing it slow. You're playing it with a brain. You're playing it with all the fundamentals I explained in the course. And that's it, guys. I wish you a wonderful remaining day, guys. Take care, and I'm really looking forward to see you again on my streams when I return. Let's go. Wish you a wonderful remaining day, guys. Take care.